What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916, and welcome back to Riga, Latvia here on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today we are going to be going from Riga all the way to Pskov. I have no idea how to say that right, but back into Russia for the second time. So it looks like we'll go through a piece of Estonia and then cross from Estonia across the border into Russia. So leaving the EU again. We had gone to Russia once before, so as I said, this will be the second time. But let's go ahead and get this truck into forward gear and pull on out. 5 tons of medical equipment today. On this 4-hour and 9-minute journey, I think we have to rest in, 5:24. So we're going to go there, then maybe rest and do a short delivery after that. But first, let's just safely get out of here. We don't want to have any incidents like we had in the last episode, where we got 2 speeding tickets, and I think it was 2 episodes ago we got that little vehicle accident that we had, so that was kind of disappointing. We got to avoid that kind of stuff, because the last thing we can be doing is losing money when we do have loans to pay off, and my bank account stayed around 112,000 for a while, and obviously we're going to have to be a little bit more efficient than that. I don't think we're going to go bankrupt or anything, but I don't want to end up losing half that money. I'm trying to run this as if it was an actual business, which would be one thing that would be really cool for the game, is if you had to manage personal expenses and you couldn't drive every day, because a real trucker's not going to drive every single day of their life. So more of a lifestyle career mode would be a really cool thing to add to the game. But I hope you guys are all having a good Thursday night. Been a pretty good week for me. We got some snow right now going on outside. Actually, it was super. I would have made that. I should have kept going. My bad. I'm not used to these flashing green lights here in Latvia. I don't know how long they normally last for. But it was very warm here in Athens the last couple days. In fact, it hit 63 just yesterday. So I was outside in short sleeves. It was honestly warm enough to wear shorts based on, what it had been for the last couple of weeks. But it is snowing again now, so the temperatures dropped a lot. And we have some freezing rain coming overnight. And then Sunday, I think they're saying 3 to 5 inches of snow with 1 to 3 more coming at nighttime. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I love wintertime, as you guys know. Or as I think you guys know. I've probably mentioned it before. But I love wintertime, and being that tomorrow is March 1st, that essentially means that winter is going to be coming to an end. I mean, it still can snow into April. We've had snow in April plenty of times before here in Ohio. But it's pretty rare, and it's not going to be an everyday type of thing. But the next few weeks are supposed to be a lot colder than normal. I think it's going to feel a lot more like January or February than it is like what March is supposed to feel like around here. So I guess you take what you can get, right, if you enjoy the winter weather, and I'm not going to be complaining about it too much. But I will say it's getting to the point in the winter where even I am getting just a little bit sick of it. I'm ready for some warmer weather. I'm ready for some sunshine, because all it does is rain around here too. Whoa, did it just get lighter? I think the map just got lighter. I don't know what that was about. Did the sun position just shift? Maybe some sort of mod or something was having a conflict there, because that was bizarre. I can't believe it's 9 o'clock at night. The sun just does not want to set in these countries at this latitude, I guess. Which I guess I'm gonna see that if I'm in Alaska this summer. Oh, see that one was quick. I had to slam on the brakes there. These are very dodgy, these red lights around here. I think maybe I need to turn off the realistic sun mod. I'm not sure. But anyway, I wanted to talk today about SCS Software, actually, because they just came out with a new blog post on their website. Let me go ahead and pull that up right now. Don't be on your phone when driving, folks. This is what happens when you do. Washington prefab building. So essentially, Washington is going to have, instead of depots that are Oh my god, we're getting every red light. There's nothing more annoying than getting every single red light. I have to say, that's quite an aggravating thing. But instead of depots that are kind of just the same throughout, each depot is going to be modeled individually, which apparently is actually what it is here in the Beyond the Baltic Sea areas, as well as I believe the Oregon DLC in American Truck Sim is like that as well. So that's kind of an interesting piece of information, because I didn't even know that they were all individual, and I've been going through a ton of them. But I guess I have noticed that some of them look a lot nicer than normal, and the attention to detail is going better. But they posted a lot of those in Washington, and it gave us a hint of some of the industries that they're going to be having in the game. One of which is obviously logging. That's very big in Oregon. It's very big in Washington, so I think we'll see a lot more logging industry in the game, which I believe it's in this part of the Euro Truck Sim map too. Which has been my one regret about actually getting a trailer, is that I haven't really been able to try a lot of the different industries with a lot of the different trailers, because I bought my own trailer. I mean, owning a trailer is not a bad thing. It's making me more money and all that to, have my own trailer rather than having to use theirs. But I haven't been able to do oil or those kind of things. So I think once we get more money and once we kind of work our way up, I kind of want to get another kind of a trailer where I can start taking different kinds of deliveries and maybe start taking some logging jobs, some oil jobs. Obviously, I think I would probably do that back in Stockholm, because I need a place to store my trailers, which would be in my garage in Stockholm, of course, where we are. And then eventually I'd like to open a second garage as well and start expanding that way. I think maybe on the other side of Sweden, like in Gothenburg or one of those cities, would be a proper place to do it. I don't know. We'll see. I need to worry about that a little bit later. I need to focus more on just exploring some of the map right now and just making money doing these deliveries as it is. Check out these. Speaking of forestry, check out this pine forest. This is very beautiful. Sunset's beautiful too. I love pine trees. I've probably mentioned that in every episode, but I think they did a really good job doing these boreal forests in this game. And I'm really just... I've never seen forest this dense in the game before. I know I keep talking about that so much, but it looks like actual woods. When you go down into Germany, which I'm sure will be there at some point, it doesn't look like woods. It just looks like individual trees on a hill, and it doesn't look very good. But anyway, one of the industries in Washington is going to be forestry, and another one that I thought was interesting was a pretty clear picture of what I believe to be the port of Seattle. I think that was in the initial blog post for Urban Landmarks for Washington. That was a separate blog post that they did. Let's get these lights on here. It's getting a little dark out. And does this lane merge? Yes, it does. Let's go ahead and get over. No accidents, no speeding tickets today. We gotta stay alert despite my willingness to talk about other stuff. But I believe the port of Seattle is going to be in there, which I'm really curious to see. Seattle is the only city that is in all of Euro Truck or American Truck Sim that I've actually been to in real life. I've now been to San Francisco, so that's in there. But I've only been there once, and I'm not super familiar with it, and I'm just kind of learning it still. And what's the speed limit here? It is... I see that speed sign, and it was flashing red for me, so I don't know what that was about. Better to just slow down and take a few more seconds to get there than it is to get a speeding ticket, though. But I know Seattle really well because I've been there a whole bunch, as you all know, and I'm really excited to see what parts of the city they have in there, what highways. I mean, I know I-5 is going to be in there. I know I-80 is going to be in there because those are the two main highways in Seattle, but is the new tunnel that they just added going to be there? Because Seattle just built a whole new tunnel going under their downtown. I'm really curious to see what's going to be new in the city and what's going to be represented in the city in the game. I think it's going to be a really exciting thing. For those of you that live somewhere in Europe or somewhere in the US that's been represented by one of the games, I hope you all have had a chance to check out your hometowns, because I have to say it's a really cool thing to kind of drive through a place that you've been to. It's kind of weird they're making us slow down to 30 just to go over a little bit of a rail track there. Oh my goodness. And then it's just right back up to 80. That's a little crazy. What do we got? 3 hours 58 minutes left until our next rest stop. But let me go back and look at some of those other pictures for the depots. It looks like we have some sort of a chemical depot, which is not surprising. Maybe some sort of oil or something like that. There's going to be some sort of farm depot, which I think could be related to logging, or perhaps apple farms, because apples I know are real big in Washington. There's the picture at the Port of Seattle, which has like this huge like control tower looking observation structure to look over the port. There's a bunch of shipping crates in it as well in the picture, so that looks interesting. There's some sort of a boat dock, which is really cool, so it seems like they're going to do some sort of a marina industry, which makes sense. Washington is very wait, what is this? This is an exit. That's a weird exit right there. Wow. I guess it's like a gas station, and then can you get back on the highway? Yeah, there's like a roundabout under it. Huh, interesting. But anyway, I think there'll be some sort of a marina or something. It even shows like a boat being built, so perhaps a shipyard is what we're looking at, one of those type of things. And then I think a hybrid rail connector, is that what this one is? I'm not sure what that one is, but I think a lot of water-based facilities is what's going to be coming to it, so I'm pretty excited for that to come out. I've decided to start the American Truck Sim series whenever that does come out. If it's over the summer and I'm not here in the summer, I will start that in the fall. I've decided that officially, just because I really want to focus on this one now. And I think I'm kind of laying out a roadmap for what exactly I want to get accomplished before I leave, because I've kind of gotten the dates for those now, and again, it's still not 100% that I'm going to go, but I'm just preparing for it. I know that I'll have to be gone basically from May 8th when I do my storm chasing class in Oklahoma, all the way to August 26th. I'll essentially be in one of about 4 different places across the United States of America. So before then, that gives me, you know, all of March and all of April, essentially. That gives me 2 months to work on this series. If I do an episode every other day, that's a good 30 episodes that I'll be able to get across. Let's slow down here. Very good. Into this little village. Is that a cop? No, that's just a car. Good spot it would be for a cop trying to catch people speeding, though. But anyway, it looks like within the next couple days, let's take a look at the map, we will... This lag. Holy moly. Looks like in the next couple days we'll get kind of all of this done. So that'll kind of be most of this new area explored. We won't get to every city, but I mean, we at least got to most of it. And then after that, I mean, we've done most of this. I think I will head through this area and work my way down to Italy, work my way through France, and then we can kind of do this like older part of the map, Germany, hit up the UK a little bit. But I think we can get at least down to Italy and France by May. As I said, if we're playing almost every day, then, you know, we should be able to do a lot of that. And perhaps expand the empire a little bit, get new trucks, or not new trucks, but new trailers, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the roadmap for what I want. MLB The Show will definitely be coming out, but if you were looking forward to the American Truck Sim series, just consider that on hold till either summertime or August, or whenever Seattle or whenever Washington comes out, because it might not be until the fall that it comes out, although I think that it's going to come out a lot quicker than we think, because they've done a lot of blog posts. So I don't think it's going to be in the fall when that expansion pack comes out. I think it's going to be perhaps even in the next couple of weeks, which if it is, maybe I'll reconsider, but I still want to really focus on this, and I shouldn't talk myself out of what I'm saying here. So but that's kind of the American Truck Sim update. I feel like it's good to talk about what the updates are in these episodes, because I know that a lot of people that watch like to play, and I feel like, you know, it's good to talk about, you know, kind of what's going on in the SCS world, what's kind of going on with the Euro Truck, what's kind of going on with American Truck. Obviously, we don't know much about the new expansion pack in Euro Truck yet, other than, I mean, there's going to be one, but at this point, we just don't really know what it is. I'm guessing that it's either going to be Spain and Portugal, or the Iberian Peninsula, or I'm sorry, the Balkan Peninsula, the Iberian Peninsula. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That is Portugal. I think it's probably going to be the Balkans, though, because I think there's been some hints that that's going to be it, but we're not there yet. I'm trying to explore the existing add-ons before we get to those, but I will do episodes talking about those when that comes out as well, because it kind of is in the community for these videos that I'm making, so it's a good thing to talk about. But speaking of things to talk about and things to explore, I think we should be getting towards the border soon. Was that the cross into Estonia? Let's see, speed limit went down to 70, and Yep, Republic of Estonia. So, welcome back to Estonia, ladies and gentlemen. Speed limit goes up to 90, so that's kind of a good feeling right there. And we get to do a little bit of night driving. I gotta say, I don't really drive at night because I'm trying to explore the scenery mostly on this game. But I do like driving at night, and I think the game looks really good at night with these realistic graphics mods, although these headlights kind of look a little funky right now. I guess they look okay. As I said, I think with the new game update, some of the mods need a little bit of updating, and the headlights kind of look, I don't know if you can see it on the YouTube video, probably not, because the quality's not as good, but there's a little bit of like a grid pattern kind of on the edge of the light where it is hitting against the pavement, which is kind of weird, so. Alright, let's slow down here. Looks like this is our Russian border crossing. Down to 50. That was a quick one. That's why you gotta always be alert. Alright, down to 30 now. Alrighty, crossing from Estonia to Russia. And I think this is all the border... Okay, there's one border crossing down there, so we'll have gone through 3 of the 4 border crossings, and maybe if we go from here and go down, then we'll be able to go through all 4 of them, believe it or not, fairly quickly, which is interesting. 2 between Russia and Estonia, 1 with Russia and Finland, and 1, it looks like, with Russia and Latvia, which is pretty cool. Alright. Get behind these guys here. Not many people crossing here at midnight. Oh man, it's even down to 20 kilometers an hour, so they want us inching up to the border patrol. I've done this before in real life. Now, I was not driving the vehicle, I was a passenger. I've crossed between the US and Canada 2 round trips worth. I've driven from here to Toronto and from Seattle up to Vancouver. And if you go at the right time, it's really not that bad. It takes like 15 minutes to get through the border. I think the worst it's taken me was like 40 minutes, but I got out of the car, and the border crossing between British Columbia and Washington on what becomes Interstate 5 in the US is really, really cool. They have this little arch called the Peace Arch, and the park, you can access it, I think, is it from both sides? And you can technically cross the border without a passport, because the park that is there, I forget exactly how it works, because I know they wouldn't want like people sneaking through the park. Let's go ahead and alright, pull up just a little bit more and start this border check. Checking my documents. Just some medical equipment, sir. I'm not trying to cause any harm to the Russian Federation. Alright, everything is in order. Have a nice journey. Let's pop on out of here. Nice and slow. But I know there's a spot in the park that you can cross the border, and obviously you can't like go much further than the park. Oh my god, 20 is so slow. There we go. Jeez. Alright, out of this customs control zone. So, welcome back to Russia, folks. And it looks like we gotta go through the second one up here. I don't know why the Russian borders have a double checkpoint. It's kind of weird. It's like one is with the leaving Estonia, I guess, and the other's entering Russia. Usually, like when I've crossed to Canada, you only have to worry about where you're leaving. Or where you're entering, sorry. When I cross from the US to Canada, when I drive there, the Americans don't. They don't even know. It's just the Canadians that want to know that I'm coming into the country, and why. I don't understand why the Estonians, and the Finns for that matter, would want to know when I'm leaving their countries. Or the Russians. I don't know. It's kind of weird how they have this double checkpoint. Maybe it's for redundancy to prevent people from smuggling stuff in or something like that. I honestly don't have the answer to that question. Let's not get a speeding ticket here. I've gotten one at a border crossing before. Alright, it's still 20? I thought it was 40. The sign said 40, didn't it? I know, keep yawning. We're almost there, 38 minutes. But anyway, the the park has a little area that's technically crossing the border, so I remember out there with my siblings literally running around the little plaque that said US on one side, Canada the other side. So technically I've crossed the border about 100 times. I was like standing on the thing, putting one foot in Canada, one foot in the United States, so I've technically been in 2 countries at once, which is kind of cool. Kind of just cool things you can do at open borders like that. Alright, we need to sleep. What do we have left? 1 hour till our rest stop, and 32 minutes for our delivery, so... Ooh, that was a cop, and I am speeding, so that was close. Good thing I slowed down in time. Alright, let's speed this thing up and get out of here. That was a very long border crossing. It almost makes you hate to have to do this delivery. Just because of the hassle of having to slow down and not be able to properly drive through it. Alright, up to 70 kilometers per hour. Okay. What time did I... Just checking how long the video's been so far. This delivery's kind of lasted a while, so I'm going to try to just find a real short one here. Last episode was kind of longer. It was like 40 minutes, so let me know if you guys like an episode like that. Obviously, I kind of run out of things to talk about after that long. So if you want to just watch me drive in silence for 2 hours, I'll do it. But I'll probably just ramble about pointless stuff. Alright, hello Pskov, or Pskov, however you say it. Russia, Russia. Alright, Baltic Tourist, 14 out of 35. Good to be in another country here. Oh, some new buildings going up. Looks pretty Russian to me, though, with the standard Russian apartment buildings. Kind of reminds me of the ones that are right out my window here in Ohio, believe it or not. Oh, I like this. They even got the flashing yellow lights because it's like after midnight. Alright, you're good to go. Oh, you're going left. Okay. Good thing I wasn't going straight there. That could have been dangerous. But it is cool to see those. Because it is 1:39 in the morning. And it looks like it's getting lighter out already. It never got fully dark here. Not what I'm used to. It is getting dark a little bit later in person, though. It's getting dark at, like... Alright, 35 minutes. I know. I will rest. Don't worry. I will rest. We're in the city now, so it can't take too long. And it's a pretty cool city on this river here, too. But anyway, it's cool that they have that. And these apartment buildings look cool. I'm kind of liking the new traffic lights in the game. If it was earlier in the day, they would have, obviously, the green, yellow, red, but there's no traffic at 1:41 a.m., so... Alright, left here. Right here into our delivery spot, then we can finish this one off. Hopefully we'll back this one in properly. You've discovered a recruitment agency. It's pretty sweet right there. More of those discovered, the better. The only thing I wish is, like, the recruitment agencies would have, like... It'd be cool if the drivers had preferences on where they lived based on where they're from, where you discovered them at. Kind of just adding that level of detail into the game, I think, is what could be really cool in the future of SCS software. Alright, so we gotta back this into the corner here, so let's go ahead in straight. Alright, put this thing into reverse, and where is it? It's, okay, it's like back like that, so, oh, I know, I'm getting tired, you don't need to hit me with that. Alright, let's just try to keep this straight back here. Nice and slow, no need to take it too fast. Alright, go ahead to the left, and then let's start turning this thing in. Not quite yet. Alright, now we can start turning it in. Alright, nice and slow. Let's try to get it right the first time and not, not have to pull up again. It's funny, because I have an actual wheel that I'm playing with, as you guys should know. And I'm turning it just the truly the slightest amount to try to get these adjustments to happen. Oh, I might have done it. I might have done it. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. As I'm falling asleep. I know. I need to rest. I know. Alright. I think... Let's put the parking brake on. How do we do? It's like a tad crooked, but it's good enough. I'm happy with that. I think that's a successful delivery. Let's go ahead and unload the trailer, and there it is. It ended up taking 5 hours, 43 minutes. Ended up being a pretty long delivery there. And obviously we're far from leveling up, but look at that long distance bonus, high value and fragile cargo bonus, and the maneuvering bonus as well. So finally a successful delivery. It's been a couple episodes since we've had a delivery where I back in properly and nothing goes wrong. What are our options here? Kunda, Estonia. I don't want to go back up there because I've kind of done that area already. Could go to Daugavpils, Tartu. Have I been to Tartu yet? I don't think I have. And that's 2 hours 14. Riga, Rezelen, 255. That would get us back into Latvia a little bit. 9 tons of radiators. 7 tons of mason jars. That's 260 in 2 hours 14. 280 and 255. This one's 132 a kilometer, but it's right back to Riga, and I don't really want to go back to where we came from. I obviously don't want to go to Stockholm, because I'm trying to explore these countries now. What city is this? Reziken. I haven't been to Luga yet. Is there anything to Luga? It doesn't look like it. There's nothing to Russia at all, which is bizarre. Nothing in St. Petersburg or Sosnovyj Bor, Vyborg. I think that we will take the radiators to Rezekny, I think is how you would say that. So let's go ahead and do that. It's about 3 hours. Let's just do it now. This is going to be a long episode, but you know what, guys? I feel like doing another delivery right now and exploring a little bit more and not waiting until tomorrow to record again. So we'll make it a nice extra long episode today for you guys. It'll probably end up being approaching an hour. Oh, shoot. When's that due? Are we going to be late? Oh, 16 hours left. Thank goodness I made that choice. All right. I need to find a place to rest. Oh, good. Right across the street. Okay, perfect. that takes care of that. I can just rest in this area here. Or is that a... Let's stop at this gas station up here, actually, and rest there. I think there's a maintenance depot. Do I need any maintenance done on my truck? I guess I could pull in and check. Because if there is anything that needs to be done, it might be good to keep that updated now. I know, I'm getting tired. I need to find a place to rest. I'm aware. You don't need to tell me again, guys. I'm just trying to do the right thing here. Alright. Do I want to... I'm just going to leave the gas station. We'll worry about maintenance maybe next time we get to Stockholm or something. This is illegal, but I don't care. I'm pulling in the wrong way. Alright, where is the resting area? Is this it on the corner? I guess it's just in here. Yep. Alright, sweet. Let's go ahead and park this thing. Park the brake, engine off. Get ourselves some nice needed rest. Ooh, did we... we made a loan installment. 556, so we gotta earn that money back now on this delivery. Alright. Let's get going. Back to, Latvia, right? Alright, down this road. Should be pretty short delivery. Yeah, Rezekny in Latvia. So, we haven't been to Tartu yet. Maybe we'll head back up there soon. But for now, we will head on back to Latvia. Oh my god, my truck barely cleared that roof. That would have been a disaster. That would have been real bad. Alright, let's go ahead and just follow this now. 2 hours and 54 minutes to go. I hope my route advisor's not all whacked up because it's going to want me to go the other way here. Nah, 253, we're still good, okay. And I don't think I can go right on red. I think that's something they got to add to the game. Alright, stop here. Looks like a nice day. Sun is out. Ooh, some clouds building up in the distance. Perhaps some rain coming or something. That's the other thing they really need is seasons in this game. I'm begging you, if you're watching SCFs, to add seasons. Make it wintertime, make it summer, make it fall. Do something along those lines. Make those Russian firefighters have to bundle up. Yeah, but it's wintertime. I know they gotta bundle up anyway. What is that? That looks interesting. Some sort of a... Were those fish? Like an aquarium or something? I have no idea. That was very interesting. Alright, 2 hours, 51 minutes. I have a gut feeling it's going to take a little bit longer than that, due to the border crossing that we're going to have to do. Hopefully we don't get 8 million red lights like we did on our last delivery. Okay. Please, give me some green lights, game. Give me some greens. Nope. There you go. It's going to be red. Oh, I could have gone again. I could have made it. I still get nervous by these flashing greens because I don't know how long they flash for. Is it 3 flashes? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these lights in this part of the world. I've never seen such a thing like that before. Why can't you just go green to yellow to red? I feel like it's easier to just make that split-second decision. When it's flashing green, it's like you don't know how long it's going to do it for, and then you get confused on whether you can make it past that or not, and how long it's in the yellow only lasts for like a second. So it almost makes me want to go for it more, but then I feel like I'm more likely to screw it up. That's a nice car right there. I think that's labeled after the Aston Martin, I think is what that is that modeled after. I'm not sure, but it is nice. I've seen those. I've seen a lot of those driving around. I think I've seen them in Scandinavia too. This one on my left is nice. Kind of looks like a BMW type car, maybe. All right, let's go ahead and get over. I'm sure we'd see lots of those type of cars in Germany. Alrighty. Thank you for turning off because you guys were going too slow. That's another like old fortress looking building in Russia. That's like the second one I've seen. It's pretty cool that Russia has that type of stuff. And I like this town center. This is a really cool little town here. I would love to visit Russia in person someday. Kind of a tight left. Look at that bridge too. That's a cool train bridge. Russia's kind of a mess, I know, politically and all that kind of stuff, but I think the language is really cool, and just how different it is. You know, it's the East versus the West, right? Russia's kind of the beginning of the eastern side of the world, really, if you will, and I think that is what's cool about it. It's kind of where Europe meets Asia, and I'd love to just experience going there someday in my life. I'm sure I'll get the chance eventually. Perhaps I'll do a prepared flight there. That's another thing I need to start doing on the channel, is prepared. Maybe one of those is in stock for the weekend. I should be able to upload a lot this weekend. I don't have too many plans going on. Saturday is Millfest, which is one of the biggest college parties in America. There's a street in Athens called Mill Street, and there's all these huge house parties there. I don't know if I've ever gone. I think I've only gone to Millfest one of the 3 years I've been here. I'm not a huge partier, but I figure I might as well go this year. I've gone out a little bit more the last 2 years, but I'm not really a huge fan of the house party type thing, just because it's kind of like cheap alcohol and you're just standing in someone's yard drinking, and it's not necessarily always my idea of a night out. The parties also start at 10 a.m., which is ridiculous. I don't want to get up at 9 so I can go party. Look at this obelisk in this Orthodox church. That's the type of stuff that I would love to visit Russia for. That is stunningly gorgeous. That truly is incredible. Alrighty. Onto this road now. But anyway, it's one of the biggest ones, so I think I'm going to go this Saturday, kind of check that out, and maybe sneak in a video tomorrow. I think I'll have time to do it, besides my normal classes. So Saturday, tomorrow, most likely, Saturday, iffy, and Sunday, whoa, cop. Alright, be careful there. We're good. Luckily, I was slowing down for that traffic, and the speed limit had tanked on me, as they do so unexpectedly in these little villages on this game. See, that one worked out cool. I think this is the coolest looking part of Russia in the map so far. These villages look cool, these bridges are cool, these train bridges. I have to say that I haven't... What's that say? I don't even know what that means. That's probably the name of the village. What is that? Look at that! It's like some old spaceship. It looks like some sort of moonlander or something. Well, that's bizarre. Wow. And then it just goes into like this piney forest again, which is weird because you go south and it becomes more pine, which is kind of interesting. But just such a cool looking area over here. I think that's another reason I'd like to visit Russia, because it's so different than the US. You know, a lot of people go to Europe, they go to France or the UK. The UK is very similar to the US. Obviously, it's still very different, but a lot more similar than Russia is. I mean, our cultures are similar, the language is the same. And the biggest difference, really, is they drive on the other side of the road. Alright, come on, guys. What are you doing? I know you gotta fill up your fire truck, but my goodness. I hate how... Do they actually stop at the... they do stop at the gas stations. Is that new? Did they stop at the gas stations in the past? I don't think I've seen people do that before. That's good to see. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. It's not really my idea of a type of party. But I think I'll go on Saturday. So, that's kind of my plans for the weekend. If you guys have anything cool in your weekends coming up, let me know in the comments, of course. I like to hear some of the things you guys like to do, because I've gotten some interesting comments throughout the years on my videos of things that people do. I know a lot of people play sports because a lot of people came from the MLB videos. And that's not really anything I'm involved in anymore, is sports. I was in high school, but I don't play on any teams in college. Obviously, you gotta be pretty good to do it in college. Look how scenic that is. That's beautiful. And now I just realized we got a cop behind me, so I gotta be careful. Alright, an hour 55 minutes. This has been a long hour of driving. Going through all these towns, the time dilation's a bit less, I feel like. And we've been below the speed limit so much, too. Oh my god, look at the cattle. Cake! Cookies and cattle. Cookies and cattle. You know what? I think that is a... oh, come on, you got to be kidding me. No! Speeding violation. Well, I thought this was going to be a perfect episode, but I was too distracted on the cattle to notice the speed limit tank on me. And there was that cop right behind me. He's probably still there. Yeah, he's still there. So we got ourselves another speeding ticket, and that's $40 out of our $280 that's going to be taken away from us here. So luckily that won't hurt us too bad. It's only 40 bucks, but still, that's like our 5th one now. I really got to be looking ahead more and focusing on playing the game more than talking. My goodness. That is so annoying. There's another cop. They're everywhere here in Russia today. They're just invading. My goodness gracious. What can I say? That is ridiculous. Anyway, I don't even remember. What was I talking about? It totally has blanked my mind now what I was talking about. You guys probably all know, but I got distracted by that speeding ticket, and now I totally forgot. So, I guess that ends that point of conversation in this podcast-style episode, right? Oh, I know. Let's talk about things you do on the weekend. And, the comments. And then I was saying how I don't really do sports much now. But I think that was kind of the end of the point I was going to make anyway, so... My goodness! That's really frustrating. It's like these little villages just appear on these roads, and it's something that, I don't know, I think I'm not used to that happening, because in the United States, speed limits don't really drop like that. They kind of, you know, it's on a highway, it's the same, and then it kind of goes down a little bit. The other thing that I don't like is how in the game, I mean, I was slowing down when I got the ticket. I was already slowing down, I had just passed the thing, so like, give me like, I don't know, like 100 yards past it, a little bit more than that. Give me like, honestly, you should give me a lot of time past it to like, you know, get my speed down, because it takes time to hit the brakes. So like, I don't know, give me at least 5 seconds since I've passed it before you give me a ticket for speeding. I think it's a little bit ridiculous in my opinion, but I don't know, that's just kind of how the game is. The SCS seems to understand how to enforce the letter of the law rather than the spirit of the law. See, we're down to 60. I didn't even see the sign. Where was the sign? Was there a sign? I probably missed it. No, I didn't even see this. I don't even think there was a sign there. So, like, how am I supposed to know that the speed limit dropped down to 60 there? It's like you just are gonna get tickets because I didn't even think there was a sign. I guess it's just assumed because it's in a village that the speed limit drops to 60, because we just exited the village and there's 70. Look at that little creek. That looks really nice. Once again, this area this part of the map, this little circular area, reminds me of West Virginia again, as I said in the last episode. Alright, here's the border crossing, so I know that we'll be slowing down here. Let's get down to 40. And then it looks like we got to turn left here. Go ahead. Take your time. Yellow, ugly yellow car. Alright, my turn. Alright, 40 and down to 20, so let's get this thing down to 20. Go ahead through this border patrol here. I see why that 41 minutes takes forever, to be honest. Alright. Hello, Russian border guards. I promise I'm not smuggling drugs into the EU. It's kind of taking a while. Checking. Alright, we're good. Everything's in order. Have a nice journey. Thank you very much, Russians. Now let's go see what the Estonians have to say about that. Or the Latvians. This is not Estonia, this is the Latvian crossing. So we went from Estonia to Latvia via Russia today. It was kind of a 2-day trip though, a day out, a day back. I guess we kind of started late last night though. Okay. See, this is weird. It like goes back out to this road. And why can these cars go straight? I guess do the trucks have to go to their separate crossing than the cars do, I would suppose. Alright. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, let me go, I guess. I didn't even see her. That was dangerous. Oh god, you gotta be careful. Alright, up to 60. And then watch, it goes right back down. But welcome back to Latvia, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the good old European Union. Latvia, I guess is how you say their local pronunciation of it. I don't know. Alright, trucks to the right. See, this is a much more simple crossing than what the Russians do. They got their own setup in Russia. East versus west. As I said, Russia kind of likes to do things their own way a little bit. Alright, we'll just stop at the stop sign, which is interesting that's written in English, by the way, and not in Latvian. Because I think the Russian ones have Russian on it, even though they look the same. Alright, have a nice journey. Thank you, guys. And we are cleared to get back in Latvia here. Alright, almost there, too. Just 26 more minutes of driving. Oh, wait, slow it down, slow it down. Not gonna get me another ticket today. Not today. Alright, there we go. Back up to 80. You gotta watch what those truck speed limits are, too, in these different countries. I'd love to drive around without the GPS. That would be really cool. To just, you know, turn it off and have to kind of just navigate based on the roads. It would make speed limits almost impossible, and I'd probably get a bunch of speeding tickets. But I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do, just to have to learn my route the right way, have to actually stop and look at the map. Maybe I'll challenge myself in one of the next few episodes to do something like that, because I think that would be kind of cool. Alright, I'm gonna hit a slam on the brakes there. This game teaches me to be aware. I've had more accidents on this game than I've never had an accident in real life. I've never got a speeding ticket in real life. I'm a much better driver in real life than in Euro Truck Simulator. I think this game just teaches you how to be over accurate on everything. I've kind of noticed that with Flight Simulator too. Flight Sim, you gotta move the yoke just the right amount to get the plane to do what you want, when in real life it's not quite like that. In real life it's actually much more forgiving, believe it or not. Alright, back down to 70 and into 50 for this roundabout. We should get the welcome to the town thing soon. Rizekny. By the way, one of the commenters in one of the first episodes gave me a whole layout on how to properly do roundabouts. So I do appreciate that very much. Rizekny discovered 15 to 35 Baltic Taurus. There we go. But I do appreciate it very much, because I was having roundabout troubles. I'm used to the American roundabouts, and the ones that are around where I live are only one lane, not two lanes. So 2-lane roundabouts have, you know, kind of been my bane a little bit. But then now I think about it, there's one 2-lane roundabout in my city, and I've been doing it correctly the whole time, so I just need to apply that to the game. I guess the markings were different in the game, or maybe you just think it feels different because it's a video game and you don't get that depth perception. I don't know. Everything feels smaller in a game, you know? The world feels smaller than it does in real life. Even this depot feels smaller than a huge trucking depot, which is kind of interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and unload. Alright, go ahead and back this up to the left here. Just gonna have to exit the truck and get the view here. The mirrors are just so dang small that I gotta take this so slow in this view, but I guess that's kind of realistic. Alright, let's keep it straight. Just nice and easy. Nice and easy. Alright, I think we can start turning it now. Yep. So we don't hit the wall back there. I think I'm gonna hit it anyway. I think I turned too late. Nope. Yeah, we gonna hit it. We gonna hit it. Let's go ahead and pull out straight. See, I screwed that up. Alright. We just got it real nice and slow here. Just do it right. It's not that hard. I mean, it is, but it's not. I should be able to do this by now. Okay. Now we are more... stop. Turn the wheel the wrong way there. Alright, there's my load-in spot. I think I can see it. Can I? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Let's kind of just angle it now. I might have to kind of... Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to, like, crab it in, kind of, because when I turn out, it makes me hit the wall, so I'm gonna have to, like, get it over here a little bit more. There we go. Maybe if I just turn it to... Okay, if I gotta keep it more in initially to get this one to work. This is actually a tricky one, parking at an angle like this, because you can't just simply dump it like you normally would. And you gotta be so aware of your surroundings, you gotta be so aware of the other trailers, that it honestly makes it tricky, I won't lie. Alright, now if we start turning it... Is this right? Yeah, that is actually exactly right. Okay, good. Let's turn this in. Alright. Alright, now I see the back of it. Now I see it perfectly. Alright. Let's see. We gotta go this way. No, we don't. We gotta go the other way here. Let's put this into drive for a second. Straighten it out. Alright. Just push it this way. Nice and slowly. Alright, I'm actually proud of myself for doing this without leaving the truck. Alright. Now... straighten it out. Alright, voila. How do we do? Let's see. Park and brake on. Engine off. Alright. I'm proud of that. I made a few mistakes, but I recovered. So overall, guys, I think this was a better episode. We gotta watch those speeding tickets. We cannot do this again. We seriously gotta stop. And how did it... Oh, it took 13 hours because I slept. That makes sense. So, let's see what job offers we'll do for the next episode. Alright, we are in Rezekne, and we could go to Tartu. That'd be 4 hours, one within Rezekne. Vilnius, Lithuania. Tartu again. Daugavpils, that'd be a good short one. Vilnius again. Tartu. Man, there's a lot to Tartu. It's kind of tempting to go up there, because that is a city that I wasn't able to go to in Estonia, and I could kind of crisscross my way back and forth here. When's it due? Let's see. It's due to Wednesday at 3, and that would give us more than enough time, because we don't need to sleep yet. We could make that 4 hours 34 work. So we could do ketchup for $4.78, beverages for less. Ketchup actually pays more. Why is that? it's an important delivery. We have a little bit less time to do it, but we would obviously just do it straight out because, let's see, we drove from here to there. It took us 3 hours actual driving, so I think we should have enough to do that. So I think we'll be fine. It won't be late. Or we could do beans to Tartu. I guess that's the exact same delivery, isn't it? Is it the same spot? Yeah. Ketchup and beans. 15 tons of ketchup versus 12 tons of beans. It's paying the same. But ketchup sounds a little bit more fun than beans. It's a little bit heavier, though. That would be more on our engine. Would I realistically go with the lighter load? I think I would. So we're going to take the beans. We will go to Tartu and do a 4-hour, 34-minute drive in the next episode. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching so much. For now, we'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Peace.